Ashkenazi and Sephardi cooking goes back centuries, but the two are distinctly different from one another. Here at the 4th annual Gefiltefest at the London Jewish Cultural Centre, cooks from both sides have taken part in a competitive cook-off. On the day, the Ashkenazi and Sephardi teams had 1 hour to create an egg and potato dish.
Ashkenazi is Eastern European heritage, so it's a shared heritage with Polish, Russian, and German food. Sephardi food started with Spanish Jews who actually left Spain and moved to Northern Africa.
From the offset, the atmosphere was tense as the Sephardi kitchen was a man down, leaving Eran Tibi to fend for himself.
The brick pastry is a Tunisian kind of phyllo type of dough. We stuffed it with feta, with caramelized shallots, with sweated spinach and some raw egg. On top of that, I drizzled some date syrup. I fried it on butter, so it's crispy, and date syrup is sweet, and inside it's salty, and the topping was a very lemony, sour kind of herb salad.
While Simon Goldhill and Josh Zacek were in the Ashkenazi kitchen.
Today we're going to be doing a ravioli. We're going to be making some ricotta and spinach ravioli with a roasted red pepper sauce and a pesto drizzle with a Parmesan crisp.
And despite personal favourites, the panel of experts judged each dish fairly.
I actually joke that because I grew up on Ashkenazi and I was force-fed by my grandmothers, and it's such a heavy cuisine that I would actually be favouring the Sephardi, which is lighter, more vegetables, olive oil, better for you.
But despite the high culinary standards, there could only be one winner. Tell us how you feel first.
Amazing. It was kind of shocking. And they started to roll the pasta, and I saw the quality of the pasta dough, and the level of cooking there was really, really impressive and intimidating.
I think the presentation was absolutely fantastic. It was really authentic, and I think the flavours, there was date syrup there. I don't think I've ever had date syrup. And that with the pancake came through with the egg. I didn't even think you could put those combinations together. Where the other dishes, pretty much I could get along the high street if I was going to some fine dining restaurants.
I was really pleased that he could say that he could find some of our food in a restaurant. So I thought that was a big plus, coming from people, judges of their stature.
The flavor of the brick was excellent. Was crispy, the stuffing was brilliant, the salad at the top, I thought it was so vibrant. And then the pudding was typical of that kind of a gooey, sort of donutty, and the grapes was beautifully executed.
We're less familiar, I think, with Sephardi food here in British Jewry, so I think that was interesting to people. What's also interesting is that one of the challenges to the Ashkenazi food was that it was a bit Sephardi. So oddly enough, Ashkenazi food, the classic Ashkenazi food, seems to be slipping off the radar a bit. And we seem to be getting much more interested in Israeli Sephardi type of food.
So the first ever Ashkenazi Sephardi cook-off at Gefiltefest was a success, in particular highlighting the rich variety of Jewish cuisine. So despite being a man down, the Sephardis were crowned kings of the kitchen with a dish that won the hearts of many of the audience. This is Celestina Ololode for JN1 in London.